So this is a Buccaneer Commodore. Just going to take you around the van and show you how it operates. Front of the van you've got your jockey wheel, hitch and handbrake. I'll demonstrate these to you in person here on site. In the front locker you've got a gas regulator, which is actually a gas changeover valve, so it's got an arrow on this side and you can turn that or change the arrow to the opposite side should you wish to allow you to run two gas pipes to two different gas bottles in the front here. You can carry a maximum of two 6 kilogram propane gas bottles at any time on board the van. On the off side of the caravan you've got your Aldi heating and hot water flue. This is essentially there to allow the heating system to breathe. You don't need to do anything with it, but you'd never cover this up, but you need to make sure it's open at all times. The levelling system on this particular van will demonstrate while you're here on site. It's very simple to use and we'll demonstrate it through the control and through the control panel inside of the caravan. Down the side of the van you've got your water pump connection, which you very simply pull out or push in to connect, and then you pull down the grey cap to lock the pump in place. The pump itself goes inside the ack roll, as you can see here. You've then got a shower connection on the outside of the van here, so in the front locker you'll find a shower connection. You just literally pull this clip out at the bottom and pull the cover off when you need to use it. Battery box. At the moment there's a 110 amp leisure battery in there. If you'd like to purchase the battery, it is brand new. During the handover it is £75. You've then got your mains power lead coming into the side of the caravan from the power on site. Behind there you've also got your motor mover power switch, which will demonstrate while you're here. Side of the van you've got a storage locker, so you can just access the storage in there behind the worktops. The wheels and motor mover, we'll demonstrate the motor mover while you're here on site, and we'll also torque the wheel to the correct settings so you can see they've been tightened correctly. Next up we've got the toilet locker, so you open this up, pull up the orange handle at the bottom and pull the cassette towards you. The neck here turns out 90 degrees so you can tip the waste away. The grey cap is a measure for your blue fluid. On the back of the cassette you've got an orange pressure relief button, so when you're tipping the waste away it doesn't spit and splatter back at you. Before you use this cassette you'll need to put 1 litre of water in here and a cap full of the blue fluid. The fresh water that goes in the front of the caravan has to come out somewhere, and that's what these two drains are for on the side of the van. So you'll have two bits of grey pipe that go into the larger diameter holes on the outside of that, and then they'll drop down inside your waste master. Coming to the back of the caravan, on the other side again you've got your stabilising legs, which like I said I'll demonstrate while you're here on site. The pipe that you see drop down at the back here is an overflow for the heating system in the back of the caravan. You've got underbed storage at the rear of the van, which you can access from the inside or outside. Behind the door you've got your two fridge vents and microwave vents at the top there. Two fridge vents are very simply there to allow hot air out the back of the fridge unit and to take some cool air in. Then they've got underbed storage at the front of the caravan and a gas barbecue point should you wish to use it. As you can see we're now on the inside of the caravan. You've got your control switches here, so you've got light switches here. Main power switch to the caravan just here, so it needs to be down for the power to be on. Then you've got your roof lighting on the switch just here. You've got your water pump controls, which I'll come back to in a moment, and then we've got our water tank level on board and the battery voltage for the caravan also. First thing I'd recommend you do is fill the water system up on board the caravan. Now there's two ways of doing that, as it has an onboard water tank at the back of the caravan. So let me show you where that is. Underneath this bed at the rear you'll find the onboard water storage tank. Now on the side of this you'll actually find a drain down valve. So this drain down valve that you see here, this blue one, needs to be pointing to the wall on the right hand side of the caravan to allow the water system to be filled. If it was turned over and pointing this way towards us, that knobble on the end there, that bubble on the end there should I say, then it will actually drain all of the water out on the water system. So you need to have that pointing towards the right of the far side of the caravan, or the near side of the caravan should I say, sorry, to allow the onboard water tank to fill. However, you don't have to fill that. And underneath the seating at the front of the caravan on the right hand side, you'll actually find, underneath here, there is a second yellow valve, second drain down valve. Now this is for the water system direct to the ack roll on board the caravan. So you need to make sure this valve is parallel with the floor as it is at the moment to fill the water system up. Regardless of whether you fill this hot water tank at the front or the one at the back of the caravan, that valve has to be flat with the floor. So to fill the onboard water storage, the hot water tank at the front of the caravan directly to taps without filling the onboard water tank, you need to come to the control panel on the out by the door. You'll need to make sure this switch is on here, and then you'll go, oh sorry, you need to go external. That will then allow, from the ACK roll on the outside of the caravan, the water system to start filling directly to taps. But you'll need to make sure all of the taps are open on the hot side of the water system prior to filling that system up. Once the water system is full, as it is now, you'll need to turn all of the taps back off, regardless of which tank you're filling. So you'll always have the taps open when you're filling the system up, as you should never leave water in the caravan when you're not using it. So like I said, to fill the water tank, the hot water tank, you'll have external pump on, so it fills directly to the hot water tank just below the seat down here. If you want to fill the internal tank, you'll need to have the internal switch on, and then that'll allow the water to go directly to the onboard water storage tank down the back there. But again, like I said, you need to have all the taps open. Once the water system is full, you put this switch back in the central position, into the off position, because that's your tank's filled, and then it will just draw the water with the main power switch turned on. Once you've got that system completely filled, you can actually use then the control panel up here, just above the main controls for the caravan, to operate the heating and hot water. Top left hand side of the screen, you've got your heating pump to indicate the heating is working. You've then got your power symbol here to let you know you've got mains power coming to the caravan, and below that you've got the current internal temperature of the caravan. You hit the menu button and it will take you into the options. So you've got minus or plus to set the room temperature. You've then got your water temperature, so at the moment the water's turned off, you've then got water on and water boost when this bar is completely full. Below that, you've got the amount of power coming into the caravan from the caravan site you're on. Now, this only relates to the heating and hot water system, not to the fridge, not to the electric cooker or the electric hob. This is just the heating and hot water system. So, depending on what power you have coming to the caravan from the site you're on, you can either select off, 1, 2 or 3 kilowatts, depending on what power you have available. If you've got a gas bottle connected in the front locker, you can run it as a combination with gas and electric at the same time. And to ignite the gas system, all you need to do is make sure the gas bottle is turned on in the front locker and connected. Hit the power switch, the gas symbol just here, and the gas system will self-ignite. If it fails to ignite on gas, you'll get gas fail on the screen at the bottom here. The A and the setting, or the cog symbol here, are the advanced settings for the control panel. For these, we do advise you read the manuals that come with the caravan, as if I did them in the video, it'd probably take me 2 to 3 hours to complete. So that is your heating and hot water. Next up is the fridge. The fridge is very simple to use. Power button on the front that allows the fridge to the microwave to wake back up. It's an eco microwave, as you can see here, so it does shut itself off when it's not being used. Below that, you've got the fridge. You've got power on with the fridge button here, and at the moment, as you can see, it's trying to ignite on gas, which it's going to fail to do. So essentially, this light here is your pilot light. When it's a solid blue light, it means it has ignited on gas. This is just a warning triangle to let you know it has failed to ignite. And if you want to restart the igniting process, you press and hold that button on the right hand side, and you'll hear the igniter kick back in. And at the moment, because it's ticking away, the light is solid because it thinks it's ignited. If you want to use 240 mains power from the site you're on, you hit the 240 button here, and then you'll be able to control the temperature of the fridge on the button on the right hand side here. That will also work if you're on gas. However, if you're on the 12 volt towing mode, so the fridge works as a cool box, you'd need to connect to the car first for this to work, but you'd have no temperature control. So with the 12 volt towing mode, essentially makes the fridge work as a cool box. You'd have all the control panels turned off by the door. Come inside, press the power button, and hit the 12 volt battery button. Again, it's going to say it's not connected to anything at the moment, but if you're connected and towing the van down the road, the fridge will work as a cool box and it'll get the beer and wine nice and cold. Hob, cooker and grill all work very much the same as your household appliances, no difference at all there. The last thing we go through on this particular van is the toilet system in the bathroom. Now, to operate the toilet system, very simple to do. You've got an electric flush, which you press the button in here. You've got a red indicator light here that illuminates to let you know when the toilet waste cassette is completely full. The toilet seat itself turns for your convenience. So as you can see, it turns to the position where you need it to go. When you are removing the toilet waste cassette from underneath the van, you need to make sure it's in the straight on position with the back of the toilet. And below the toilet you have a grey waste handle. This grey waste handle allows the waste into the cassette under the van. When it's pushed over towards the outer wall, it allows the waste into the cassette, and when it's shut here, it will not. You also need to make sure this grey waste handle is back in the central position before you remove the toilet waste cassette, as you could potentially damage the toilet waste cassette itself. So this is the 2017 Buccaneer Commodore. If you have any further questions on the caravan, please don't hesitate to give us a call here at the Caravan Company. We appreciate your business and we look forward to seeing you here on site soon. Thank you for now. Bye bye.